咱究竟占有共匪灭在咱的手。好酒。你的生殖器，老百姓们活的不如猪狗，人民的财富被他们统统卷走，传统文化全都化为乌有。老少爷们，你们难道还没受够？这帮孙子天天在搞双休，就封你的口，把你思想左右，看不觉的眼泪不停的流，和谐小康社会，我去你个头！喝了咱饮酒啊，看破中共假恶丑，喝了咱的酒。你我便是战友，我做平时走肉，抗争不分先后，传播真相，不管黑夜白昼。干了这碗酒，豪气涌上心头，此次的未来是我战斗的理由。舍去爱恨情仇，把局抛在脑后，为自由灭中共，不言不休。爆料革命这碗酒，敬天敬地敬战友，新中国联邦人永不为奴，跟我走。神仙阳谷县大县，咱走走看。
Hello to Himalaya Canada English show. And today is our final battle, day 7. With time at the beginning, with the 3 hard drives, text, sex tapes, explosion of Hunter Biden, and a lot of emails behind the dirty business between Hunter Biden and CCP released too. So since yesterday we got the 3rd wave, like email declassification. So today's show is all about emails, interpretation, because the relationship between Hunter Biden and CCP is very complicated. If you don't know the story behind, you really don't know what did they do for the real business. So today we have Mr. San, Haley, and Joseph. And I'd like our host to say hello, our audience. Miss Sam,
hello, everyone.
Oh, Joseph.
Hi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone, and my name is Keijun. Right, so today we will bring you inside the story, inside the knowledge about the NBA, Magic Johnson, LeBron James, and Kobe Bryant possible relationships with Chinese company called Harvard. I will, Joseph.
Yeah. Okay. Good. And they are we have already exposed almost 30 emails now, declassified, regarding what James Biden, Joe Biden, and Hunter Biden, the whole Biden family's coalition. I mean, detailed connections with CCP, and also how they actually using their influence and Joe Biden's power in America in the when he was a VP, and use it to influence the world, and just helping CCP China to penetrate, to infiltrate into the free world. Yeah, and more details to come. Thank you.
Hey everyone, this is Harley. So we've already done this continuously broadcasting 6 days ago, and first we exposed the pictures and sex tapes regarding Biden. I think that's a good strategy to attract more attention on the beginning phase. But right now we're entering into the second phase with exposing all these emails, secret emails between Joe Biden's family. Remember, Hunter Biden is just a bagman. What this information really about is Joe Biden. So we're going to expose all these emails between Joe Biden's family's interest and those foreign agents from Ukraine, Russia, especially China party. That's all from me.
Okay. Started. Thank you, guys. And I just I just want to share some news from Lude Medium yesterday broadcasting. There is an email, in 2015, I think, and from a guy named Francis Person. He just arranged the trip for Hunter Biden to China. They want to capture with the NBA the relationship with the CCP. So
wait a second, Hazel. Who is this guy, Francis?
Francis Person. Me and Miss Lam, we searched this person online. And what I know is, for right now, he leads the company named Harvey's. But I let Miss San say I'll talk about the Harvey's later. And this guy, I think when we go back to
wait a second, what's his relationship with Biden's family?
Because he was the advisor and the assistant to vice president in 2009, even back 2006. He worked for Joe Biden. So it's been a long time. He worked for Joe Biden, not only Hunter Biden. So from the email.
So he's like the the character. If you watch the House of Cards, American version, right? He was the intelligence guy who was the housekeeper for the vice president, Doug Ford, right? There's a character in that TV show. So basically, he was Vice President Joe Biden's housekeeper, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
And then he quitted the job working for Joe Biden, and on his resume he continued to work in this Harvest Group, which is controlled by certain CCP member, which I think Ms. Tang is going to elaborate further in detail later.
let me go over a little bit about his LinkedIn resume, and his current position is co-founder and board member for Harvest Entertainment. That's from May 2018 to now, right? He's leading the team. Now, before that, we want to go back history, what he did with what's the relation with Joe Biden and the president, and also Hunter for this business relationship. So back 2006, he was legislative and a special assistant to Senate Joseph Biden. And then they go on to special assistant to president candidate for Senator Joe Biden. That's 2007 to 2008. And then in 2008 to 2008, he's special assistant to Democrat vice president candidate. And that time, Obama, right? And then special assistant to Vice President-elect Joseph Biden. That's 2008-2009. And they continue in 2009 to 2014, advisor for Vice President Joe Biden and the special assistant to the president. And then continue. So this is the history, the relationship between Francis Person with Joe Biden's family. It's just like highly described. It's like housekeeper. It's like the what's the name of that? Housekeeper is a big guy take care of all the business for the family.
Yeah, so he basically deals with all the external relationship with the business partnership. Right? He is a guy who has connections to Communist Chinese parties, businessmen, like those ones from the group. And he will cover those 30 deals, which is all down under the table, right? He is the middleman.
Mm-hmm.
Now his major is international study and political science. That's why he's doing this. So
from this email, yesterday the Lu De told us it's a very important email, including a key CCP agent named Zhang Bo. Is this Francis Person write this email to Hunter Biden, introduced the Zhang Bo to Hunter Biden. So from here, we started a story. Who is Zhang Bo? This is the really important. And I think the Miss Zhang already get that resume of Zhang Bo, right? Can Sarah put it on the screen?
Yes, like briefly, Sarah, when Sarah is working on that, I will give it his resume on LinkedIn, right? And it's about he's the chairman and CEO for the Harvest, and that's February 2014 to now, right? He's the leadership role in the family business. So this business, in his own word, is become a family business. But we know he controls a lot of media in China, and according to Lu De, all the big guy like bow down on him, and that we could include Chen Feng and all people we know very high level. we are suspected he is the private son of that big guy with the Hao Jinglan. That's another big corporate in China.
Yes, their company, you know, Zhangbo, I think a relationship in China based on the Shenyang. There is I never heard this company, but Huarui Group, a real estate company, and the chairwoman is what is called, Miss San, the woman.
They call Jinglan Hao.
Hao Jinglan, right?
Yeah,
Hao Jinglan. But it's said by Lu De also this woman is mother of the Zhang Bo. So from here we already get to know a little bit knowledge about Francis person and Zhang Bo. Is this Francis person really want to introduce the Zhang Bo to the Hunter Biden and say this is a big person in China, whatever political and economic, he is a very important person and very influenced person. So how big this person? Because we know Zhang Bo is only like around 30 years old. He's so young. But why he is they put him as a very important guy? It's a very Joseph, do you want to talk about something?
It's okay. Yeah. Well, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Good. Actually, there's and just a piece of news coming up today. This guy from NBA called LeBron James, he actually shouted on Facebook and putting a post there saying, wow, he actually say, please vote for Biden, for Joe Biden. See that one? Okay, here again, please vote for Biden. If he doesn't get elected, people will find out I am on that laptop. Okay? Yeah, if he said that, it means people will find out more and more people are going to be showing up on these laptops, on these hard drives, and all the emails, because more and people, like I said in the previous days, they're like saying like a string with a string of grasshoppers. So when you take out one, and the others are coming together. So one after another, more and more people are emerging out of these hard drives. So, you know, so far we've been discussing a lot, we've been showcasing a lot about what Hunter Biden did, all those dirty videos or pictures, those sex tapes. Well, but that's not our purpose, right? But we want to actually showcase to people how evil they are, but at the same time, we know more and more people are going to come up and say, like, vote Joe Biden out about it, right? Okay, so, yeah, you will find that paper. Yes, you'll find more of that later. Hallie?
Sorry, I missed the the previous part. But I just want to, you know, stress that while we're talking about this person, Francis person, right? Like, what's his linkage to Hunter Biden, Joe Biden, and what's his linkage to the Zhang Bo's family, who controls the Harvest Group? And more importantly, I want to show this email from Francis person to Hunter Biden. I don't know if Sarah, you have that email, but in that email, I remember that he mentioned he's inviting on behalf of Harvest Group, on behalf of Zhang Bo, inviting Hunter Biden to visit Hainan province in China, spend a couple of days there. It's just like kind of vacation. He mentioned that they're not going to discuss too much business deals, but they just want to form the relationship between Zhang Bo and Hunter Biden. And why it's important? Because Zhang Bo is actually a secret son of those a top power CCP member, and he was the kind of a press conference spokesman in US on behalf of some CCP powerful families. And this is a move that they're trying to influence Hunter Biden, in turn to influence Joe Biden to make deals with Biden family, which will benefit only the few families of CCP, families like Biden's family in US, right? And in the email he mentioned that, oh, there will be very beautiful hotel suite waiting for you, and I'll bring my girls. Like, he knows that Hunter Biden, every businessman who is going to China, who has the value to be used by CCP will use girls and money, trying to influence them, trying to compromise them, right? And that's why if we mention Zhang Bo and you do some search, you will see his father, so-called father, was working under Xi Jinping in Fujian province for years, and they have very special relationship. Okay, and Zhang Bo's mother was the chairwoman of this, one of the biggest conglomerate in China, which is the Harvest Group. So everything was connected. Like, I want to show you guys more else, but I don't think we have it today. But anyway, I think I explained well that Zhang Bo is a key person representing the interest of top power CCP families. So they are trying to build this connection with Joe Biden through Hunter Biden. And this is how they do it. They do it through Francis Person. They do it through Hunter Biden. Yeah.
But the Zhang Bo, he has the Manchester Soccer in, how to say, I don't know how to say, the agency in China.
And he has franchisee permit to broadcast all the Manchester's game, and he was the agent appointed by Manchester, right? And remember, this guy is around 30 years old, and he has all franchisee rights controlled under his company. He was the chairman. He's the chairman of Harvest. So who in their 30s and control such a group? Remember, Harvest is a very big group in Shenyang, China, right? It controls billions of wealth under the company and affiliates. So this young person is blood of CCP family who in top. So that's why with only 30 years old, he can have this huge power controlled by him. Remember, Mao Guo said, those very sophisticated, very experienced military ranking, lieutenants, generals, also those powerful politicians in China, and they see this young guy, they show very much respect to him, because everybody knows that his father is someone who is extremely important in CCP structure. Okay, we are not 100% sure who he is, but I think we have a very fair guess that his father is Xi Jinping. Okay, this is all included in the hard drive. Remember, there are 3 portions of hard drive. First portion is those scandals related to Joe Biden, Hunter Biden. Second portion is the gene map. The gene map tells you, who are the children from Xi Jinping, Wang Qishan, all those top families in CCP. And Zhang Bo is definitely one of them. Okay.
Yes, since a long time, I think probably 10 years, we how say Chinese people living in the abroad, we know just one night a lot of rich people living in overseas. We surprised until now. We know why because the whistleblower movement, we know the reason, all the secret here in the 3 hard drives. So I think this is just beginning, and before we already know the legit the siblings of the top guys in China, but now we are gonna know more and more. So this guy Zhang Bo, we know he is so wealthy in Australia. He bought so many houses and let them are empty, and in the US too. And also he is in charge of taking care of the daughter of President Xi. Why? Who is he? This is really a thing. Okay, so
yeah, if they call it architectural art project, so AAP, architectural art project, they've been doing this for years, for decades. So lots of people already even like grown up, and they are all over the world. Particularly, they were sent as a baby to developed countries like US, Canada, and England, Europe, Australia, and all these like more developed Western civilized world. They lived there and they got best education. Some of them got married with other local elites, and we know something already regarding Mark Zuckerberg, right? And his wife. And also there are some other famous people. We find out already that they are actually belonging to that AAP, architectural art project. And all these people are going to dominate and control the Western world because CCP is behind them. And CCP have special individual lines of controlling, have money supplies, and then they use them to suck money back to China, but then they supply more money to the Western world, including the whole thing that we mentioned in the previous broadcast about Wang Qishan's daughter, illegitimate daughter. It's not by his marriage, but with another mate of his, Wang Xi, right? She is having a big, huge power and huge money at her own disposal, right? She can use this to control the vice president of the United States. Who else she cannot do it, right? So we all know that in Canada, there's a lot of other things because Lude also exposed in Lude's media that there are several airplanes loaded of such people back from Canada to China because they are scared because these hard drives, laptop from devil is actually showing them they are afraid already. They want to escape, run away, or at least hide for a while in China because that's where they are from, right? Back to you, Hazel.
Yeah.
I just want to tell. Yeah, I just want to tell our audience that we're not making things up. You can find these people online yourself. Zhang Bo is the one we're claiming that he is a bastard of President Xi. And also Wang Xing, like Josie mentioned, claiming he is the daughter of Wang Qishan. Wang Qishan was claimed as the most powerful guy in the world by Michael Bloomberg. Okay, you really need to know him because he is the one who is leading the anti-corruption event in China during the past few years, and he is the biggest corrupt politician in China. And also there's this guy Jackie Bo, and she will be we'll identify her in our email proof later, but she was also a daughter of a very powerful Chinese family, Xilai's family, and she was a daughter of Bo. So that's why they shared the the same last name. But again, these children in US, like, a lot of Chinese people don't know them, right? Like if there's no whistleblowers movement, we won't know they are children of those top power family from Chinese Party. Not to mention those American people, right? They won't know that. So that's why it's so
It's
important.
a secret project.
Yeah,
Right.
and all these children who are studying in US, living in US, they are actually spies. They are foreign agents on behalf of those CCP top powerful families. That's why it's so important we identify them. Because what they are doing is to collaborating with Wall Street elites, with US corrupted politicians, and what they're doing is to taking money from Chinese people and American people. And when we're saying that our money was taken by these families and their children, we're not making things up. We'll show you how exactly they're taking this money away from us. Okay, I'll do it later in the show.
And today is 30 October. I think it's very close to the American election day. So these emails, how they release explosion, I think is a big attack to the Joe Biden, because I think I watched a video yesterday, and when Joe Biden go his rally, some people in the rally shouted like, "You are a liar! You are you didn't tell your son's dirty businesses," something like this. He was really embarrassment. I think it's what we did is already how we see the outcome. Something the people we can up some American. This is really important for American, for I think even all the people from all the world. And and you know why this email is very important, because the CCP wants to do infiltration with Republicans, even Trump family, because President Trump, we know before he was a businessman. So they thought probably it's easy to do that. And by the Francis person and in the American Chinese part, the Chinese agent is Zhang Bo, and probably is the blood of someone important in the high-range Chinese politician. So
yeah, that's important, because what you mentioned is very important. Zhang Bo was assigned, influence Republican Party, especially the people around President Trump. Okay, like people around President Trump. Who are around President Trump? Like those generals, right, in military, and also Trump's family members. Okay, and also the Mnuchin is around Donald Trump. Also these national security advisors, okay, and trade advisors. These are people around Trump. And Zhang Bo's main task for Zhang Bo is to infiltrate these people around Donald Trump. We're gonna expose more information, like who exactly was influenced, compromised by this CCP by Zhang Bo.
Yeah, and you see, as Miles School mentioned yesterday, on the 29th, he said, actually, he's mentioning about what happening today. Today is the 30th. You know, CCP or all those media will launch another attack called information attack or information warfare by the force of darkness towards the whistleblower movements. We're going to get more hacked and more blackout with this, like today, because these are the final days. But I want to just point out one more thing besides this, is now CNN refused to air anti-Biden advertisement now. They don't want to broadcast anything about if you are anti-Biden, you're out. So that's what CNN do. But actually, CNN has never stopped doing such things. Since 2016, when Mr. Trump was elected president, CNN has been every day, every single day, telling the bad things about Trump, and just they are lying about Trump. So like lots of the mainstream media will say, okay, Trump lied. Trump never keep his promise. And that's the way it makes the common public an illusion that Trump is not a dependable person. Well, Biden is. So now, right now, we show up all these dirty things of Biden and his treason, and he's betraying the whole country, the Western free world, and how he has been working together with CCP for so many years. And particularly, as we already mentioned, even President Obama for 8 years was his little brother of Joe Biden. So we never thought a VP is controlling a president for 8 years under CCP's leadership, under CCP's guidance. So this happened, that we try to tell the public the truth, but CNN refused us to showcase anything related to it. And another important thing is it's already popping up, like I just emphasized, NBA and LeBron James and Magic Johnson, Mr. Sung already mentioned, right? Magic Johnson, they are all on Hunter Biden's laptop deal with CCP. So they are so afraid. They put on advertisement, they put on faces, please elect Biden, otherwise I'm going to be exposed. They can no longer hide, because we are continuing doing this for another week until, well, Trump is elected or whatever happened. But we want to tell people the truth. Okay, Hallie?
Well, I just want to ask our audience a few questions. Who do you think advised Trump that this virus is nothing and it will be better off? It will just go away, fade away when the temperature goes up. Who advised Trump to, stick to the trade deal while that the IP theft cost U.S. hundreds of billions of dollars every year? Who is advising Trump to, all those North Korea issues and to Iran issues and at the same time ignoring Chinese Communist Party's issue? Everybody is saying Russia. Russia is the biggest enemy of U.S. Cold War is over. Cold War is a long time over. Russia is just, Russia's GDP is just as big as California. There's nothing. A lot of people around Trump, they're telling Trump misinformation and get him to do wrong decision. But there's the other part of group who, are allies of our whistleblowers movement, giving Trump the correct information. And also think about it: why Michael, Magic Johnson and LeBron James traveled to China to play a preseason game in Liaoning province? Why? LeBron is, NBA. They want Chinese market, and they totally kowtow to CCP. Just for the interest, the money they can make by selling the sneakers and sweats, t-shirts to Chinese market, right? So why it's NBA? Why they're after LeBron joined Lakers? And why Lakers is in LA, right? And Hollywood is also around that area. NBA players and Hollywood stars, they're all partying together every week. If you watch LeBron's and also Kim Kardashian, I think Kim Kardashian, the family, one of their family member was married to another NBA player, and Kendall was in relationship with another Philadelphian NBA player. So these Hollywood stars, they're all connected to sports stars. And if you watch Hunter Biden's sex tape, you can notice that there are few Hollywood stars inside of those pictures and videos. One of them, I I will notify that you guys is Lady Gaga, right? Because you can see, the face. Although that it's part of it was blocked, but you can still recognize that it's probably Lady Gaga and some other Hollywood stars. Like all these Hollywood stars and sports stars are targets by Zhang Bo and Huang Xing and all these Chinese Communist parties are powerful family members, because they know if you control these stars, they have tremendous power in social media. They can. LeBron James have about 43 million followers on Twitter, right? And Magic Johnson have over 6 million too. Like if the fact is LeBron James is being soft on China, he is defending Chinese Communist Party a lot of times. If you pay attention to what he said previously, so. And a lot of Hollywood stars like Lady Gaga organized this global online concert with WHO just a few months after the pandemic. I don't know if you guys watched that show, but I was disgusted because WHO at that time, we already know that WHO was the running dog. And still, that global online concert organized by Lady Gaga and WHO, says a lot of positive stuff about WHO. That's how they're trying to influence. That's why CCP trying to infiltrate Hollywood and the NBA and also the academic world, scientific world. They're using all these people's influence to tell the American people, tell the world that how great it is. It's not CCP's fault. That's how they do this misinformation campaign.
Yes, I just this morning I heard some news from Taiwan. That guy, Mr. Zhao, a lot of Taiwanese don't understand why we released a lot of sex tape of Hollywood stars, superstars, and but I just want to tell our audience it's because this is the way to doing the infiltration to the Americans, the main street social culture, because Hollywood and like NBA, those culture field is like the key importance in the American society, and the final target is election, political stuff. It's not only the Hollywood superstar. You see, Hunter Biden, he never announced that he dated with any Hollywood superstar. Those are all the secret date, all the secret like a deal. It's not exposed to the public. Let them know they are dating. You can did you find anyone about that Hunter Biden dating with Lady Gaga or someone else? No. So this is just the business. So the purpose we expose the sex tape, let people know the infiltration, including Hollywood and NBA, such things.
Yeah, if you find more emails, actually, we classify these days. A lot of emails are like including a lot of wire transfers, like money, real huge amount of money transactions between different accounts. We know somebody is paid, and a lot of people are paid. So those payments are, we all know the money was from either common 老百姓 in China and also like 老百姓 in USA. So all these money, all these people, they suck up like a blood sucking. They suck up all these money and use it to bribe people, to BGY people who are influential in this current political issue. And also these things are already disguised. I mean, already discovered and revealed with all these emails. So you could log on to gtv.org and read more about it. We are doing it. We are posting a lot of breaking news. All these classified emails are already there. Though we blurred some of the parts. Maybe right now we want to protect these people, or we want to give these people, we darken some of the names, particular things or address. One thing is for legal purpose. The other important thing, we want to give these people an opportunity to stand out and to tell the world that it's what's the truth, what happened with them, and why America is like what it is today, why Canada is like what it is today. So, Mr. Sun, do you have any more comments on this event?
Yes. Let me just give you my thought about this MBA and virus stuff. And as Harley mentioned, I believe audience remember, NBA, all the superstars, almost all of them refused to admit the virus came from China, even refused to recognize this virus made in China. And that's part of the reason we will tell you. Right? Another reason I want to tell you, and they gave you a clue, what everybody knows, C, right? C have his like or dislike. And for those people on our Wilson Blumen, we know he likes soccer, he likes sports, he likes music, he knows music, he knows the sport. That's why married with a singer. And also the other thing is about sex. So that's why Harrison was talking about. They infiltrate this by sex, and that's why we're talking about the sex. So here, now I want to give you a clue on his company. We're talking about the Harvest. Their title is Next Generation Experience Firm. They talk about next generation, and then you go look at like what they do. They say building the dream of the future. It does sound like this idea, the dream, China dream, worldwide dream. And in here, because he got the power now, he will do what he like to do. He likes soccer. And the first thing he announcement, intent is with United Manchester. He bring the soccer team and bring to Shenyang, and then that's what they're doing. And then they bring the NBA for the influence, right? So the sex is Zhang Bo and already influenced in Western world already. And you can see, and the next collaboration on their website is a beer company from American. It's called Care Beer Company. Is that ironic? You think about people talking about this like a beer? So they are not even hiding. It just you have to find the clue. The clue is they very clearly say we're building a dream for next generation. And what company they're talking about? You see the next generation expand from. If that tell you there's sex, there's like all this infiltration inside American life, and they want even married and control the whole Biden family. That's what we are exporting to the audience, to the people. Okay, I want to pass the microphone to Hazel or Hallie.
I just want have one thing to add. Just Hallie mentioned like Russian interferes into the American election, but think about the Russian. They don't have that much money. In China, CCP control 1.4 billion our deployed people, and they suck blood from our people since 70 years. They got more and more money. They use those money to infiltration for American society, and the final purpose they target to the election, and then they want to control all over the world. The American is the big country, is a very influenced country in the world. So they control if they can control, they are able to control American politics. the president, they will control all the world. So
why we're saying that Chinese Communist Party is sucking blood from Chinese people? Why we're saying that they're taking money from, together with Biden's family, they're taking money from American people and Chinese people? Where is the proof?
For a lot of Chinese people, most of them have no idea about that. They think, oh, we have a good day compared to before our parent generation, our grandfather, mother generation.
Sorry to interrupt, but while you're talking about it, can Sarah bring on that board meeting notes from BHR in the meantime, and Hazel, you can continue.
Okay, you want to talk about the BHR?
I want to show
basically Harley asked about it's about BHR because the money is I can give you some clue here. They invest about $400,000 US dollar and they borrow like 1/3 of money and all from the Chinese company. And now the value of the property is about 50 million right now. Their return is over 10,000 12,000 times. Yes. I calculate this roughly 100% compound interest every year. No one have achieved that. And that money, all the money there's no real enterprise, just all the bank, majority is the bank, all the Bank of China, all the money, funding the money. So that to tell you, the money is come strictly from Chinese blood money, go to their Zhou family and other business. And we will explore more the money, that suck money to here. But that one, we will go little detail about how the relationship, the share structure and of that BHR. Sarah, are you there?
Look, my question, what the reason, like I'm being, at the opposite. I'm trying to stand at the opposite side to ask these questions because for people, they are not so familiar with what we're talking about. They want to see more proof, right? Because we are trying to push these concepts into their mind, but for a lot of them, they want to see logical evidence proving to them that why we're saying this. So I think I sent this link to Discord. Sarah, if you found it, you can put it on. But basically, this is confidential board meeting summary from BHR Shanghai branch. In this summary, we can see that James Boger, Eric Schwerin, David Narcher, and Hunter Biden as the foreign board members. They all participated in this meeting. Okay. And as we mentioned a few days ago, that BHR, the majority shareholder were the state-owned companies like Bank of China, like China Life, like those posting service bank, and also other financial institutions owned by CCP. They are the majority holders. And Biden family, along with James Boger and Devin Archer and Hines, they control BHR, which in turn that Biden family control 10% of BHR. Okay, and we all know that among this 10%, Joe Biden has half of it. Back to the point, what's inside of this board meeting summary? What does it say? So one very important note in this summary, in this meeting minutes, is that BHR raised more than tens of billions, even hundreds of billions from Chinese market just in 1 year. Just in 1 year, 2017. 2017, the exact number on this document, I don't know if it's on the screen, but I'll read it to you. These are all confidential board meeting minutes. 2017, BHR raised 10891 which is let me think about it. Because the amount is so big. I think it's 1,800 1,089 billion. 1,089 billion RMB. Okay, that's the amount they raised in the single year by this partnership from Chinese market. And who is investors of this these capital raised just in 2017? These are own banks in China. These are pension funds from Canada. These are pension funds from US. These are teacher pension funds, veterans pension funds, all these labor unions pension funds. All American people's money are investing in EHR, and hundreds of similar partnerships formed by Chinese Communist Party and US corrupted families. And how do they use these founded families? They're purchasing different private investment or public companies. But remember, when they're investing their money, they're actually delivering benefits to these partners, to these board members. Okay, and one thing I want to this is just a beginning. I will show you guys more evidence why we're saying this. But remember, first I want to prove to you guys these families are working with Chinese Communist Party to raise tremendous capital from Chinese people and from US people. You guys agree?
Yes.
Exactly.
Sure.
This is a Chinese Communist Party. They have been doing that since a long time, so that the Chinese people cannot understand. They all think it's normal, and the people would like to invest something. The very famous case is a P2P, and one of my friends lost, I think, 500,000 RMB, and that she cannot find the money back. This is the money is gone. It's disappeared. That's so ridiculous. It happened in China.
And I can second that. Like, friends already told us. Like, also we have a lot of some people they deposit amount of like certain amounts of US dollars into their US dollar account in China, in major Chinese bank in China, and then it is disappeared. And then they say, okay, I will give you give you like 1%, and just then close the deal. So you see, they have like 200,000 or maybe even $500,000 US dollars deposited into a certain account, but when they want to withdraw it, they say, "Oh, it's gone. We couldn't find it. So where did the money go?" Okay, so besides that,
I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Hallie.
You go ahead first.
Okay. Yeah. Well, so I want to just point out one more thing. All these dirty deals is already been under investigation since long time ago. We already show you before. There's a FISA, FISA, and also this organization is working together with DOJ, right? So DOJ, this one more breaking news posted by Rudy Giuliani yesterday on Twitter. Unfortunately, my Twitter account was blocked. But I saw it on G News. He said DOJ officials confirm Hunter Biden and his business associates are currently under active criminal investigation by the FBI. So the investigation has been ongoing since 2019, so since last year, and may include his father, Joe Biden. Where is the media? Because nobody knows this. Majority of the I use quote, mainstream media like CNN, NBC, CBC, or whatever.
This report sounds to me is just a smoking gun. Remember, where is the national security apparatus? When we're exposing this, and when FBI had this hard drive since last year, where are they? why, like, I don't believe that they said that they launched this investigation into Hunter Biden, Joe Biden. If they launched this investigation, why there's impeachment? Why there was impeachment to Trump during the same period? No, this is just another excuse they found, because money laundering investigation takes years. They're not doing anything towards Biden family. I don't, like, FBI hold it, like all those underage girls in that hard drive, all these emails showing you that they violated FISA Act, they violated RICO Act, all this evidence why you are investigating money laundering. It's a totally, just a smoking gun, just pushing all the responsibility out of its own. So I don't think that FBI, CIA, and also national security team and also the Pentagon are doing anything about Biden family. They're trying to cover it up. And now when we exposed it, they're saying, oh, there was investigation launched. Total excuse.
And they say it's fake news, some of them, that they even never mention it. But on the other hand, even what is ridiculous is, remember, there's a little video by Rudy Giuliani when he was shooting a movie years ago or sometime before, right? There's a video clip, but the film is never on show, but then they cut and edited just one picture that he's tucking his shirts into his own pants, but they put it into like he's doing something like sexy or whatever in front of another movie like woman who's a star,
the
right?
Information campaign towards Rudy again by CCP. Remember, like everyone who stands up and against CCP is actually going to write reports, write articles that ruin your reputation. They're trying to ruin Rudy's reputation, just like they trying to ruin Miss Mouse Guo's reputation.
You know what? I want to warn. Right? Yeah. I just want to warn our audience. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Hallie. Sorry.
Yeah, you go ahead. I'm just saying, everyone who are against CCP, they're trying to say, fabricate or defame this person.
Basically, they want to shut you up. But now I won't say right now, Trump is still the president of the United States. So I'm saying if Joe Biden is elected, you are not going to see these. You're going to see people arrested or people disappeared. If anything, you say no or against these CCP or these parties, right? This is just a media warfare now. But there will be real arresting. If you do, like, it's happening now in China and in Hong Kong. If you do something or say anything against CCP, against their mainstream media in China, which is only CCTV or whatever, right? Or whatever President or they say Secretary Xi Jinping said, if you do anything, say anything against that, it's not like here in U.S. today, they just twisted and posted another picture or something up there in the media. They are going to, I'm there to say that they are going to disappear you for sure. Or you are going to be arrested for sure. That's what's happening in China. Same thing happened in North Korea. So you guys want the U.S. and Canada, all the Western civilization just going like declining and gradually turn into China now or into North Korea? Just go ahead and vote for Biden.
Yeah. Okay. So let's focus back on the how they steal money from American people and Chinese people more. Okay, because this is about Hunter Biden, Joe Biden's deal with Chinese party, and there's a pattern here. It's not only Joe Biden, Hunter Biden. Okay, there's other American families who are betraying American people, who are traitors. So back to BHR. Remember that BHR raised tremendous money from the Chinese people and American people. And look at what they invested. One of the deal, if you watch the movie Riding the Dragon, one of the deal is Henningers. Henningers Automotive Corporation was one of the biggest U.S. automotive industry corporations. And this corporation, Henningers, has dual technology. Dual technology means it can be applied on military and also applied on civil uses. So they have this dual technology. And BHR with AVIC. AVIC was one of the biggest state-owned company in China. It's aviation company. AVIC purchased Henningers back a few years ago, and AVIC held 51%. They purchased 51% in that deal, and the other 49% was owned by BHR. Okay, and why they choose BHR as partner? Any thoughts?
Because they're under their control.
Because for this kind of big deal, it has to be approved by the government, by Obama administration. And who is investor in BHR? It's Joe Biden, and Joe Biden was the vice president at that time. And the result is this deal was approved, although that everybody knows that Chinese Communist Party is stealing the technology from Henningers, this automotive company, this dual-use technology. Because you look at the Chinese market, how much is, how much do you need to spend to purchase, electronic car? How much do you need to spend to purchase electronic car in US? When you compare the price, you will find out why Chinese electronic cars are so cheap. Because they steal these free technology by acquiring these US companies. And all these deals are approved by Obama administration. When Joe Biden was the vice president, was actually the big guy behind the scene. Biden family has 10% of BHR. They're getting consulting fees on every deal on top of the management fee they can get from BHR. BHR's assets are thousands of billions of USD dollars, right? It's not only 6.5 billion like reported on the Tycoon investment. That's too conservative. If you're taking 2% management fee every year, and there's assets, hundreds and thousands of billions assets under management, you can calculate yourself how much money Biden family is actually getting it every year, every single year. It's a continuous business. It's not like it's a one-time fee. If you are the partner on this asset management company, you're getting fees every single year. That's why they're asking Joe Biden, they're trying to sponsoring Joe Biden to run president, because these are strategic partners, long-term partners. Since 3 decades ago, Joe Biden already is partner of CCP. And that's why they signed this deal and let Hunter Biden became a player in BHR. I have other emails which shows that they're getting consulting fees, millions of consulting fees. If Sarah, you can find any of those pictures, you can just pop it out. But in the meanwhile, I want to listen to, hear you guys' thoughts.
Yeah, well, I just want to point out one thing about Joe Biden. On April 25th, when Biden announced his candidacy against President Trump in a 2020 election, and it was immediate Democratic Party frontrunner, and the Biden Center for Diplomacy and Global Engagement at the University of Pennsylvania received $17 million from the Communist Chinese government. And the Biden Center did not disclose the money came from China, according to, as required by law. Biden personally received $900,000 from this Biden Center, money which may have originated with the Chinese communists. But, it's already proved, right? But, something may be coming further, because we want to make sure, people know this Joe Biden is a traitor. I mean, what I call it, Tyson or something. Yeah, he's actually he betrayed, deceived, and he lied to the American public and government. Yeah. So, Mr. Sun, you have any?
Yesterday I will read in 2014, and since then I think BHR Hunter Biden already involved this business, and also Joe Biden in that year, and he delivered a speech. He said. It's been a long time. The people say that China eat American, but for him, he want to China succeed. It's good for American too. So what is his attitude to the China since him? I think the Americans' attitude getting soft on China. And before, and a long time, it's been American is pay more attention about China getting stronger. So because this is a two different society, and also the people have different values. I think before the people they thought is right. The Communist Party, we cannot believe them. Even Chinese people, whatever the people in the world, we cannot trust them. They just pretend that they are getting good. They show the good thing, a right thing to you, but behind they did everything bad. You never seen. So and also I want to say Joe Biden family. It's rooted in China a long time, but they pay nothing. And then they got their wealth and the money, but they like Harley said, they sold out the technology and information, intelligence, everything to China. But for themselves, they pay nothing. And then they get a lot. They sold out the American.
Mr. Sun, you have any comments? Oh, okay. So back to Holly then.
On the screen, what
I want to give you some evidence about the China trip between. Are you there?
Yeah, Mr. Sun, just go ahead. Yeah.
And I want to give evidence from the email between Francis Person and Hunter. This is related China deal, right? This is back in 2015, August 4th, the email. And the title is China Trip. And to Hunter Biden from Francis Person. And Hunter, are you able to confirm the days to travel to China around August 18th to 23rd? The cities we are going is Haikou and Sanya, both in Hainan province. A beach resort for a couple of days and then resort up in mountains overlooking the beach. The mountain resort have hot springs, the mountain yoga, whatever it is. It will be absolutely incredible. Let me know if those states working for you, and we'll lock in the ticket. France Person, not from the iPhone. See, the reason I bring this up is France Person. Earlier we talked about they have good relation, a long-time housekeeper for Biden family, and this is talking about how they go to China. He arranged go to China for the deal. I want to pass by to.
Yeah, we already discussed this like in the beginning of the show, right? Francis said that it's just a meeting, a vacation for you to form relationship with this Zhang Bo. Francis is going to introduce Zhang Bo to Hunter Biden. He also mentioned Zhang Bo's mother is a very unique lady in Chinese culture. usually it's the man, the patriarch, who runs the business. But instead, Jumbo's mother is the woman who is running this big corporation group. Okay, so there are a series of emails that exposed in news and GTV. I want to show more of these emails to our audience. These are all declassified emails. These are all emails written by Hunter himself or his business partners. Okay, so also I want to talk more about CEFC, Yan Jieming, in our later show today, because I think we run out of time today. But our focus is trying to declassify more emails, prove to you guys that what kind of business Hunter is involved in, and how they get money from Chinese counterparty and eventually from Chinese people and you American people.
Ali?
Yeah, I think I don't have time, to explain everything in this section because
just briefly. There's an email, actually. I know we're running out of time, but just briefly, because you all know, in an email between Hunter Biden with Ye Jianming, right, and also some of the board members in that company, they actually mentioned Hunter Biden already confirmed that he owns like 50% of that company, and he's the managing director of the company. So he has that's about inside. He would actually have the right to reimburse all his expenses in America or outside. So we now know his expenses are mostly going to...
That company is CEFC. Okay, so they're saying that CFC. Hunter Biden is an employee, so that CEFC has the right to decide what kind of expense can be reimbursed, what kind of Hunter's expense can be reimbursed. In that email, it mentioned that Hunter bought a property in Sweden, right, and it's trying to be reimbursed through CEFC, and Hunter said that we should bring these emails on the screen so that audience knows what we're talking about. But just a very brief summary that Hunter says that you are not the person who can decide if my expense can be reimbursed or not, because I'm the managing director of CEFC. I don't know if it's a typo or not, but he is not. He is not managing director. He thought he is the managing director of CEFC, but he's not. He's just partnered with Ye Jianming in this Hanshen West LLC. Okay, and Hanshen West.
No. Ye Jianming may give him the whole total right, or just reimburse anything.
He just thought it himself. Look, the reply. You should look at the reply from Dong Wengong, because the email is from Hunter Biden to Dong Wengong to expand, trying to he's pissed off when the accountants are saying that you have to submit the reimbursed report. He's pissed off and he's threatening Dong Wengong, and Kevin. And Dong Wengong replied him that you can bring lawsuit on whenever you want, right? And Hunter threatened him that I know every judge in the Delaware district, because Joe Biden grew up in Delaware and politician in Delaware. And Dong Wengong replied that it doesn't matter to me. We just doing things according to the agreement. You can sue us whatever you like, right? So he's not the managing director. He just thought he is. He is a partner with Ye Jianming, and Ye Jianming was the chairman of CEFC.
Yes.
So that's something that we'll just pull out more evidence to show our audience later. But I don't think we have time to expand in this section.
Mm-hmm. So, Ms. San, do you have something to talk, share?
Yes, okay. And again, for those tuning in to listen to the end of this show, my call to you is action, and action. And pick up the phone, send the email, and talk to your friend or family in the state. If going to vote. Your vote is count. The time is now. We cannot lose this election. That the battlefield is in the state of America, United States of America. So go and vote. I pass on to Hazel.
Thank you, Ms. Zhang. I think you're right. It's really, really like a vital important for everybody. So if you are American citizen, we hope you can vote Trump, and that will be change the world. So the show is the time is up. We are gonna wrap up. And don't forget we have the English show in this afternoon at 5 p.m. Welcome to come to our show again. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thanks for watching.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
他们的恐惧是我们的武器，我们的胜利。谢谢了，兄弟姐妹们，你们健身了吗？行动，行动，行动！中共，你完了 ！Take down the CCP！
Just beginning for the games you want to play. Bring it on and now we'll fight to the end. Just watch and see. It's all started, everything's begun, and you are over. Cause we're taking down the CCP. Spread the word all through Hong Kong. We will fight till they're all gone. We rejoice when there's no more. Let's take down the CCP. They have all lied for too long. We will end what they do wrong. Spread the word all through Hong Kong. Let's take down the CCP. The bullets fly a little longer, and you will surrender. Let the bullets fly a little longer. We will have freedom to live. We will win. You'll surrender. Let the bullets fly a little longer. Let the bullets fly a little longer.
中共，
Let the bullets fly a little
你
longer.
完了！
Let the bullets fly a little longer.
中共，你完了！干灭中国共产党这个 CCP， 还能让我们远离恐惧。Take down the CCP。
They try to scare the nation with fabrication, but we see through the lies. We won't fall, we will fight you back. Police corruption with crooked assumption. They ran our lives, but no more. We will win, we will take down the CCP. Spread the word all through Hong Kong. We will fight till they're all gone. We rejoice when there's no more. Let's take down the CCP. They have all lied for too long. We will end what they do wrong. Spread the word all through Hong Kong. Let's take down the CCP. The bullets fly a little longer, and you will surrender. Let the bullets fly a little longer. We will have freedom to live. We will win. You'll surrender. Let the bullets fly a little longer. Let the bullets fly a little longer.
站起来吧！
Let the bullets fly a little longer.
站起来吧！
Let the bullets fly a little
为
longer.
奴役的人
Let
们
the bullets fly a little longer.
行动！
Let the bullets fly a little longer.
行动！
Let the bullets fly a little
你
longer.
完了
Let the bullets fly a little longer.
！Take down the CCP。
Bullets fly a little longer, and you will surrender. Let the bullets fly a little longer. We will have freedom to live. We will win. You'll surrender. Let the bullets fly a little longer.
Take down
Let the bullets fly a little
CCP。
longer.
Take down
Let the bullets fly a little
CCP。
longer. fly a little longer. Let the bullet 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 fly a little longer.
Take it down. The evil CCP.